A mother's final resting place still a mystery as we continue our investigation. Pauline Vine's death certificate and obituary list Fort Hill Cemetery as her burial place.
But tonight, the owner of a Cleveland cemetery and the county say they have no record of where she's buried. Hannah Lawrence has been in contact with all of the players involved for 2 days now. She joins us now live with an update. Hannah.
Kim Calvin, Robin Augustinovich met the owner of the cemetery here last night. He said he had no record of her mom being buried at the Fort Hill Cemetery and directed her to go check another part of the cemetery and all the markers that are in that part that's operated by the county, suggesting her mother may have been moved.
I go up here and look at every one of them just to make sure, it's not her.
Searching Potter's Field, where families who can't afford to pay for a plot of land bury their loved ones. But Robin Augustinovich says this isn't where she watched her mother be buried 15 years ago. She says she saw the casket lowered into a plot of land down the road at the front of the cemetery.
I'm hurt because I can't find her. And I don't know who's got the answers.
President of the Fort Hill Cemetery Board, Gary Austin, says half of the cemetery is privately owned. The rest, including Potter's Field, is operated by the city and county. After News Channel 9 called Bradley County explaining Augustinovich's situation, Austin and the medical examiner's office came out to try to answer questions.
So where was the marker?
Augustinovich showed Austin where she saw her mother buried in 2001 and said last year she took her concerns to the owner. He came out with a 10-foot pole trying to locate her mom's casket.
I don't know if he went far enough, but he claims that he didn't feel nothing.
That's when she says the owner suggested her mother was moved. By whom, he wouldn't say. Austin told her that's very unlikely because it would take a lot of legal paperwork to dig up a grave, paperwork that doesn't exist today.
To exhume at this location and then to put it at Potter's Field, which is part of the city-county government section, we would be aware that had taken place, and we're not aware of that.
According to the Tennessee Board of Funeral Directors, every cemetery is required by law to keep a map available to the public showing where people are buried. The owner of the Louisville Land Company, Joe Williams, which runs the private part of the cemetery, refused to show us that map yesterday and avoided our calls today.
Have you consulted an attorney?
No.
Today, News Channel 9 helped Augustinovich file a complaint asking the state to investigate why she can't get a definitive answer on where her mother is. We just heard back from the state again. They gave us an address for the cemetery owner. Our next step is to go by his office to request a plot map. The state says he's been fined before. He's also currently facing a $6,000 fine stemming from another complaint. Depend on us to let you know what happens in this investigation. For now, live in Cleveland, Hannah Lawrence, News Channel 9.
Hannah, thank you very much. And Augustinovich says she is